Welcome to Trek Dominion. One of my favorite movies, right? Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. The scene about the pit, probably the most deepest and inspirational scene ever, right? Part, they're inside the cell, right? They in the pit. So they split between the jail bars, right? And so the guy's talking to him through the bars, and he says this. He says, you think this makes you strong, right? But this makes you weak. Batman's laying on the cot, stretched out, feeling, mentally out of sorts, right? And so he says, it's ironic that you can do the impossible, think the impossible, and be the impossible. However, you lack something. You lack the fear of death. And that is the thing that basically keeps people going in life. You know what I mean? That keeps people wanting to do more and keeps people motivated. Their fear of death. And so he says, I may not fear death. However, I do fear that my city will burn while I lie here caged up, not doing nothing, basically. And so the old man says, well, the narrative, rise like the child. And he tells them to rise, but it's this one distinct nuance in there that you gotta catch in this part. And the nuance is this. He tells them without the rope. Now, if you look at the scenes prior to, right, everybody's done it with the rope. And the rope is supposed to seem like a safety mechanism, right? Like if you jump, it'll save you. But majority of people, all the people that jumped that was on that rope still die. So it's like they should have jumped without the rope. And to sum it up to like a basic concept that we say, it's like taking that leap of faith, right? And so that leap of faith, you're not caring about no safety mechanism or if a rope could save you or if they got a parachute or something. You like, man, I'm just going to do this and whatever come with it. Then that was the fate that I was supposed to be dealt. So Batman eventually gets there. Of course, it's Batman. He eventually makes it to the ledge. But I think that's a very vital scene because not only is he needs to be motivated, and he's the guy that's supposed to be the spirit of the city. He saves the people. He's the one that people go to for saving, and he needs saving. But God's able to motivate him and inspire him through the story and able to remind him like, yo, you are who you are, bro. Like, you the guy that don't fear nothing. So the scene is deep because we get to reflect this to Batman as a human more than a hero or this dynamic entity that, we sum up to be almost like a godlike figure. We get to see him as more of a human in that realm. And I think you got to look at that and put it in conjunction with your own people. Sometimes they do so much that you almost forget that they are human. They could do a bunch of things. They're super successful. They're doing whatever they're doing. But at the end of the day, they still deal with their human emotions. With your heroes in your life, make sure you check on them. Make sure they're doing all right mentally, spiritually. They might need a reassurance to remind them like, yo, you are who you are. You the one that this is what you do. They the Batman and whatever they do. So, reach out to one of your heroes and just send some love their way today. Peace and stay